Hi, good evening everyone. Today we will do one mock interview on SAP MM freshers. This can be applicable for normal SAP MM trained freshers or certified freshers. The most of the questions I will try to include which will be applicable for both the levels. Okay, let's start the interview. Okay. Hi Harita. We will start like a technical because when we say the tell me about yourself, okay, those details like how we can inform you about your education, your name, and a little bit about your family background, okay, and then what exactly you learned in SAP MM, like you can start. So we will proceed with the technical. Okay, let me ask the questions, and you can tell confidently. If the question is correct, then we will go to the next question. If the question, if I want to modify, or if the question, the answer is not in a proper way, then I will explain. Okay, wherever is possible, wherever is required, we'll go to SAP screen and we can verify the data. Okay, what do you know about SAP MM procurement process? Tell any one procurement, standard procurement process. How does the process starts? Where it will be started and where will it end?
Usually, in manufacturing processes, in plants, there is a material requirement. So, different departments from the plant will raise a requisition to the purchasing department in the plant. So, here they can raise the purchase requisition automatically, or the purchasing department can raise it manually. So, it will start from the purchase requisition. After after the purchase requisition and after it got released from all of the hierarchy, it purchase requisition goes to purchase order. uh, I mean, if the vendor is same as required, so it will go to purchase order. And then after the vendor receives the purchase order, he will send the material to the plant. So we do the goods receipt. And then after checking the stock in the storage location, we'll do invoice verification. If we don't know about the vendor, uh, the first step starts from purchase requisition, then request for quotation will go through. It's a process like we'll send a bidding, and we'll get different sources like the requirement from the vendor. So we'll choose one best vendor in that, and we'll give a quotation to the vendor. We'll give a quotation to the vendor. The vendor will send a quotation in reply of the RFQ. So we will take him as a procurement for the material. So we will give a purchase order to the vendor. Then the process goes after everything is done. Goods receipt will be made, and the invoice verification will be done.
Okay. Yeah, you can try to bit cut short also, and you don't have to mention the manufacturing company because the standard procurement may not happen for a only it won't happen only for manufacturing. So you can tell like any company when the materials are required like that you can start it. Otherwise, you can mention like let's take an example of a manufacturing industry like that you
Yes.
can start it. Okay, I think you started like in a manufacturing company like that, so you can start. Let's take an example of manufacturing company, then you can and try a bit lengthy, so try to cut short. Okay,
Yes, yes.
so department can rise purchase requisition like that you can start it. Let's have the statement in that way. uh, Slightly you can trim it, the overall wise it's fine. Okay, after
Yes.
invoice issue the payment will happen, kind of a thing. Right. What is the transaction code to compare the quotations?
It's ME41.
Again,
S
comparison
for
of
Alpha.
Yes.
ME47, sir.
Okay. Price comparison will be ME49. Okay. So what happens? These kind of wrong answers, it will give more negative to the interviewer, because you don't know ME49. So if you know, you tell ME49. If you don't know, sir, I forgot or something, you can tell it. Now you told ME41, then you tell ME47. So ME41 is for create quotation. Okay, ME47 is for maintain quotation. So it will give an impression that you didn't know that ME41 usage, you don't know about ME47 usage also. You got it right. It will give more negative impression. If you say that I forgot or I'm not remembering, then only that question you're not answering. So he will go to the next question. Okay. So if you give whatever you are coming into your mind, if you are telling again and again, then it will go for a negative impression. Like ME41 for create a request for quotation. Okay. And ME47 for maintain quotation. Okay, so finally comparison is ME49. So you don't tell whatever you comes in your mind, so that will give a negative. So you can tell confidently if you know. If you're not confident, you can skip it. Okay, so mostly you can do that one. If you give one on one, then it won't be good. Okay,
Okay, sir.
what is the use of source list?
We use source list to block or fix a vendor for a procurement process.
Okay. If you block the source list, is it possible to you to create a new purchase order?
Uh, from that vendor, we can't proceed for a purchase order. Like the system will pop up a message that the vendor got blocked, like that.
Okay. You have an info record for a material and vendor and purchasing organization and plant one. Okay. For this combination, you have a info record of price of 100 INR. Okay. In this condition, if you want to create a purchase order for plant 2, what will be the system behavior?
Like the purchase order price and the material and the vendor will be taken from the info record.
So let me write here.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Info record is available for plant 1 and combination of plant 1, purchase organization, purchase organization, comma, material vendor. Okay. You maintain the price of 100 INR. Okay. What I'm asking, PO is created with plant 2. Okay.
Okay.
Then will you get the price or not?
No, sir, we won't get the price.
Will you get the price automatically?
No, sir.
Okay. The answer is no. Okay. Now we'll take another same thing. You maintained purchasing organization, material, vendor, price is 100 INR. Now POI is created with plant 2. Will you get the price or not?
We'll get the price, sir.
Because when you mention, if you create the purchasing info record at the purchasing organization level, for all the plants which are assigned to that purchasing organization, when you create, irrespective of the plant, for that purchasing organization level, system will get the price. Okay. If you maintain for a specific plant, if you maintain for plant 1, system will not allow you for a plant 2. Okay, that's what I wanted to convey. Okay. Okay. Simple goods receipt. When you receive, do the goods receipt, which transaction code you will use?
Migo, MIGO.
Okay. When you do the goods receipt, the stock will increase or decrease?
Will increase, sir.
Okay. Simple, I will give you the PO price per piece 10 INR. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Total quantity 5. Now, goods receipt is done for 5 pieces. Then what are the accounting entries?
It's BSX and WRX.
Okay, what are the value?
For BSX, it is debit,
Mhm.
and for WRX, it is credit.
You should not tell like this. You should say in that way. Okay. BSX, each piece 10 INR, total quantity 5. Okay.
Yes.
Total quantity 5. So you should tell 50 INR debit, 50 INR credit.
Yes, sir.
So because if he says that without telling any quantity or any value, anything, if he has not mentioned anything, at that point of time, you can have you can tell like a debit credit like that. But already there were some prices, okay, quantity, these are mentioned, so you should tell like 50 debit and 50 credit.
Credit.
Okay, like that you need to mention it. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Can you create invoice receipt against a purchase order
Yes, sir.
without goods receipt?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I have a requirement. I want to create invoice receipt always with goods receipt. System should not allow without goods receipt. How do you achieve that?
We have to assign like we have to select it in vendor creation,
Mhm.
and it will be also visible in purchase order. While creating purchase order, if we select a GR based invoice, we can create the invoice with reference to goods receipt.
Okay. So we have a flag. If you go to PO, okay, in PO we have a flag under delivery tab.
Yes.
Okay. So that will be not under delivery. It should be in invoice tab. Okay. When you go to the PO, okay, under invoice tab, we have a GR based invoice verification flag. Okay.
Yes.
So if you flag this one, system will not allow you to do the invoice receipt against a purchase order if there is no goods receipt.
Yes, sir.
Okay. That we need to understand.
Yes.
Okay. Can you create a PO without material?
Yes, sir. If we don't have a material, then it goes to a service procurement.
Okay. Without service procurement, like service procurement means without item category and all. Can you create a PO without material code?
No, sir.
No, we can create. So when you create PO, okay, you can create without also. Okay, how will it be? We call it as a text PO. Okay. For these things, what happens? System will expect it is like uh, maybe some sundry expenses. They don't want to create like a service procurement. They create like a text PO. So for this, first thing will be system will expect two things. One is account assignment category is mandatory, and also system will expect to give a material group. Account assignment category, we give it as a K. Because there is no material, so you cannot make it as a stock. So that system expects to give a cost object, that is cost center. Okay. Now net price, quantity also we can give. Maybe you can give one activity or whatever. And the price 400 INR. The material group also mandatory. Like I mentioned, material group also mandatory. Okay. Now if you click on check button, there exists, it's only one messages. So you can create a PO without item category D and without material. So for this one, we do the goods receipt MIGO. We don't have to do that service entry sheet and all because we are not giving any D. Okay. So this kind of things also we can do that one. And generally we do for this one for a blanket kind of a PO. Okay. Even we have this text, right? This limit we can create with limit. Okay. Or else we can directly create as a consumption. So if the question is like, can you create a purchase order without material? Yes, we can create a material. We can create a purchase order without material. But what are the differences? If they ask you like, can you tell any two differences? You can immediately tell that short text needs to be given manually. Account assignment category is mandatory because there is no stock update. So account assignment category should be given, and the system will ask you to input the material group. And also system will ask you to, okay, these three things, because price can be asked in the normal PO also. Short text should be given manually, account assignment category is mandatory, and material group should be input manually. Okay, these things we can tell that. Okay, that's it. One. What is the what is item category for consignment PO?
For consignment, it is K.
Okay. For subcontracting?
For subcontracting, it is L, sir.
Okay. What are the accounting entries for transfer posting between two storage locations of different plants?
Sir?
What are the accounting entries when the stock is transferred between two storage locations which belong to two different plants?
Okay. There are no accounting entries between storage location.
Listen the question again. What are the accounting entries between two storage locations which belong to two different plants? Each storage location belongs to different plant.
Okay. It's intra.
I mentioned the transfer posting only. Anyway, I just try to confuse you. That's it. Okay. What you people generally remember like storage location to storage location to storage location transfer, no accounting entries. And if no entries, if both storage locations belong to same plant. So that's why I was mentioning that If I directly ask you like what are the accounting entries for a S log to S log, then you will say that no accounting entries. That's why I mentioned like storage location is storage location, but both storage locations belong to different plants. Means storage location 1 belongs to plant 1, storage location 2 belongs to plant 2. So at that point of time, we will have a accounting entries. Okay, and both storage locations belong to different plants. In this case, different plants. In this case, accounting entries will be
GBP and BSX.
no, both are BSX only. Stock account debit at receiving plant. Stock account credit at supplying plant. Who supplies, he will lose the stock. Who receives, he gains the stock.
Games.
Okay. What is the table to get material document date and posting date?
It's MNB.
Again, I have a material document here. This is the material document. I want to know the table which will give me document date and posting date. Which table will give that information?
EKK.
No. EK, one more blind thing is starting with E, IBAN, EK, all those related to purchasing. Okay. And now we are coming to inventory. So it will start with mostly M, but we cannot have such kind of a what you call a blind rule to remember like that. But material documents start with M. Okay. For this information, it will be MKPF. So MKPF is the material document header. We need to pass document number, and document year and execute it. So you will get the document date and posting date. So MKPF is the table. Pass MBLNR material document, MJAHR document year. Why document year is important? For each year we will have the similar set of number ranges. So document year is very important. Pass these two and get document date BLDAT and posting date BUDAT.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Okay. What is the table to get the material master purchase group data?
It's EKORG.
You are not listening the question. What is the table to get the purchase group information of a material? I have a material. I want to know the purchasing group of the material. Which table I can use?
Purchase group. It's no, sir. I don't have any.
Okay. So our requirement is purchase group of a material. He was asking like which table? What is the table to know the purchase group of a material? He didn't ask you any field also, because field are very difficult to remember. Maybe by experience we may remember few fields. So first, what should be come to your mind? Purchase group of a material. Is it client level or plant level? What is the level? So first you have to derive purchase group is available in purchasing view. First point, you got it. Okay. Second
Okay, sir.
point, okay, purchasing view means mostly purchasing view, most of the data is at plant level. Okay. Table for material, plant, data equal to MARC.
RC.
So what is the answer?
MARC.
MARC. So like that we can think. If you directly remember these things, this all thinking should happen within 5 seconds or 8 seconds, like that. Okay, 5 seconds or 3 seconds or 2 seconds, based on your experience. Based on experience means based on your preparation. How frequent you are opening the tables, how frequent you are checking. Okay, so it will
Okay, sir.
find you. MARC is the table, and in this we will have the EKGRP, purchase group. Okay,
Okay, sir.
what is the table to get the base unit of measure of a material?
It's MARA.
Okay, base unit of, first you have to think that base unit of measure, is it client level or which level? It's a client level, so
Yes.
it's MARA. So MARA, base unit of measure, MEINS. Okay, like that you can derive the tables when they're asking you.
Okay, sir.
Okay, purchase group in a purchase order, is it header level or item level?
It's header level.
So what is the table of a purchase group in a purchase order?
EKKO.
So EKKO is the PO header. So EKGRP is stored in PO header level. Okay, I think we have a couple of tables and discussions are done. Before we close it, can we delete a material with a normal transaction code? Like how to keep the deletion flag? Let's go to the direct point. In SAP, mostly we do the deletion flag for a material. Deletion means it should be archive process. Okay, that should be that will be done very rarely. So mostly in our regular business process, we keep the deletion flag at a plant level, a storage location level, or sales org level. Okay, what is the transaction code to delete? Means to keep deletion flag for a material.
It's MM06.
Okay, MM06 239. I put for and 01. I want to keep it at the storage location level, so we can use this. Deletion flag is set. If you keep it here, it will be plant level deletion. If you keep it here, it's a material level deletion. Okay. What is the transaction code to know the list of changes happen to the material?
It's MM04.
Yeah. If you go to MM04, we can see the changes happen to that material and the plant combination or whatever the combination you wanted to see. See, this is the one we have done today. July 25th, this user has done these changes. What he has done, he
Flag.
put the flag for deletion at the storage location level.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, I hope we covered most of the questions. Let us go with the feedback wise. Yeah, some tables, actually initially you confused that table, material document and all, but later all the tables and transaction codes you are able to answer. And why I'm stressing more in the transaction codes and tables, okay, and the process, basic processes. Even I touched some accounting entries of the basic things. These are the questions we mostly ask to the freshers, okay. And why we are using MM04, the purpose also you are able to explain, so that's a good thing. So you can, initially I saw that some confidence levels are less, okay, and the sentence formation is not that great and all, but by the way, one next questions I can see that good improvement. So you can see that last questions how you are able to answer. in the same way you can maintain. Maybe initially you would have some nervousness or something, so that you can try to overcome. And the fields you don't have to remember, but the tables you can at least the uses. Okay, and we may not remember the tables. Okay, mostly PRPO and all, it will start with EKRE EB, like that. Okay, material master mostly start with MARA MRC. Okay, like that you can remember. Only after 3 years or 4 years of experience, when you go for interviews, mostly they don't touch these kind of tables, or maybe very important a special table they may stress, but mostly transaction codes will not be asked in the interviews. They will ask you like any enhancements what you have done, or they may ask you IDOC related data. Such kind of things can be asked. Because the system screen in front of us when you're working as a consultant, so no need to by heart, no need to remember all kind of movement types or these things and all, because by as per our flow of work we remember many things. But intentionally, like purpose, with a purpose, you don't have to prepare, we don't have to by heart it. Okay, so we covered some processes, we covered some transaction codes, and definitely you have done well in the last 60% of the interview. First 40% is, I saw that some lack of confidence that you can improve. In the same way, what is the purpose of a transaction code? What benefit the business is going to get? Okay, that kind of depth analysis you can improve. Okay, and maintain the same confidence how you are answered in the last few minutes, but do well. Okay, we'll close the interview now. Okay, okay, continue the same preparation with that points, the purpose and confidence levels. Whatever you know, you tell correctly. If you're not very confident, don't throw multiple answers. Okay, it may irritate that interviewer also. Okay, just if you're if you get a doubt, uh, because we don't have option here. Okay, sometimes maybe 90% you are sure, then maybe you can give it a try. But if you're not very sure, just something is coming to your mind, you have to answer. If you don't answer, interviewer may feel bad. Okay, you don't go that intention. If you're very sure, answer it. If you're sure for 80 to 90%, you read somewhere but not very confident, then also you can give it a try. But if you're not sure about the answer, just so I forgot, or I'm not sure, like that you can give some answer compared to I don't know. Okay, uh, I forgot, or I'm not sure about that answer, like that you can give and just try to go for the next question. Okay,
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
okay then, huh? All the best, and follow the same steps and prepare well.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay then, good evening, bye bye.